I often share these stories on this show, but really this is a big shout out to everybody. And if you took my advice, you simply wouldn't do this, because when you look at it, you're just kind of being made a mug of. There you are shelling out all of that hard-earned cash, and seemingly it's all for the good of a company that's supposed to provide you with impartial news, of course, up to the moment documentaries, entertainment above anything else. But seemingly it does appear that they're quite happy to squander your money, and more importantly make a laughingstock of all the good people over here in the United Kingdom that are still simply willing to pay this every single year. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for your time. I do get kind of angry with these sort of things, particularly as I said to you recently with the energy company. When you're older and you receive those documents, do you know what I mean? Even at my age, I kind of think, no, not now, whatever. And you get chased for things that you've either paid or you're about to pay, but suddenly you're made to feel like a criminal because you've not jumped to the beat. You know this sort of thing, don't you? It doesn't matter whether it's the electric bill. And have you noticed now you pay one bill and suddenly they're telling you on the email, it's time for you to take another read. And you think, no, why don't you pay somebody to do the job that you're raking in thousands, millions of pounds for? It's a little bit like this particular story that I wanted to share with you. The ubiquitous BBC presenter, the highest paid presenter at the BBC, Gary Lineker, £1.3 million a year just to front an auto cue and talk about football, of which he's very well versed about, let me tell you. Well, what's interesting about this particular story is he's recently been accused, while appearing to front the football coverage on the BBC, of literally promoting his own clothing range. He has a brand range, and not once but twice apparently changed the t-shirts, all from his own range. Now, it's double standards, you see, because I've noted recently that ladies who've appeared on the BBC, and whether misguidedly, deliberately, have mentioned things on social media about the clothes that they've worn, the outfit, the jacket, the dress, they've been torn to literally shreds. What about Gary Lineker? Well, Tim Davie seemingly is absolutely petrified of this alleged #1 star. In case you didn't know, he's the Director General, dresses like he's about to just clean the fridge out, no presence whatsoever, met him. One of those people you kind of think, how on earth did you get this prestigious job? You do ask those questions, right? But what's interesting is this, that basically Gary Lineker, as the point of recording this, is not going to be reprimanded or whatever, a simple slap on the wrist, don't do it again. But this is Gary who's time and time again broken the BBC impartiality rules, seemingly, of course, calling it things like that Hamas thing, offending everybody around the world. But again, doesn't matter, it's Gary Lineker. Other people seemingly can get fired. Not everybody though. We told you about those newsreaders that are currently suing the BBC, but the BBC are too frightened to fire them in case it looks bad. You see how this works. So it's back to my original point. What I would say to you is, why bother buying your BBC TV licence when they treat you with such disrespect? Why on earth should you fund people like this who are clearly just laughing in the viewer's face? And more importantly, the corporations. Of course, you would have been kicked out. But now apparently you're more powerful than the Director General. Well, you must be, because you've not been told off and you're still in the job, right? Neil Sean, Parliament, London.